Russian Revolution. This is the man that started the Russian Revolution. His name is Vladimir Lenin.
The Russian Revolution of 1917 was one of the most explosive political events of the 20th century. The violent revolution marked the end of the Romanov dynasty and centuries of Russian imperial rule. Economic hardship, food shortages, and government corruption all contributed to the disillusionment with Tsar Nicholas II. The Russian Revolution was caused by the consequences of World War I, having demotivated soldiers and terrible economic crises. Another one of the reasons was because peasants had no power. Much like the French Revolution, the monarchy owned most of the land and everything. The peasants just had to sit and work all day, every day. Major players of the Russian Revolution.
Live like we won't take that trip. Like I walk on the stick like a witch.
Vladimir Lenin. Vladimir Lenin was such a massive figure in the Russian Revolution because he started communism and was the first leader of the USSR. Leon Trotsky. Leon Trotsky worked alongside Vladimir Lenin to help put Russia under a new command and establish the Soviet Union. Joseph Stalin. Joseph Stalin wanted command over Russia so bad that he quite literally kidnapped Vladimir Lenin until he was able to establish power over the USSR and Russia. The first part of the Russian Revolution started in February 1917 and began in Petrograd. On December 30th, 1917, Rasputin was murdered by Russian aristocrats, so Tsar Nicholas II could have full control without his influence. On February 23rd, women also joined the protests in Petrograd so they could have more power and freedom. This also marked National Women's Day. The reason why some of these dates are off is because when Russia was going through all this, they were still actually using the Julian calendar, unlike today's Gregorian calendar. On March 2nd, 1977, to save himself from defeat, Tsar Nicholas II was forced to give up the throne and sacrifice all power. On July 3rd, another small protest began with the Bolsheviks and other marketeers, sailors, and fishermen for more money and fairer wages. However, during these protests, several Bolshevik leaders will get arrested, including Leon Trotsky. During the chaos, on July 5th, Vladimir Lenin fled to Finland. On July 7th, Russia got a new prime minister named Kerensky that was hailed to save them from all the anarchy. After this, Russia laid down for a bit and then picked it right back up with the Russian Civil War. This civil war started November 7th, 1917 and ended October 25th, 1922. The war had two sides, the Red Army and the White Army. The White Army was ruled by Yudenich, Kolchak, Denikin, and Wrangel, and the Red Army was led by Leon Trotsky and Vladimir Lenin. The Red Army won. Vladimir Lenin got what he wanted, and the Russian Revolution was over. How did the Russian Revolution affect today, though? The Russian Revolution started a popular belief system around the world today called communism, and also brought the Soviet Union to power, which would later go on to fight the USA and start the Cold War.